So you've worked in quite a few countries. So what do you see in terms of cultural differences in running these improvement processes?
Yeah, big differences. The funny thing is, there are huge, for me, if I would say, yeah, big differences. At the same time, sometimes it comes down to the same thing. Yeah? So what I do see different as a big difference is that the way companies run. So, for example, how's the relationship between the managers and the leaders and the employees? That's culturally very different. And now back in the Netherlands, and I noticed that we as Dutch, we like things flat, so we like to tell everyone what we think about everything and to have our opinion. And if you don't have an opinion, people will even look like, hey, you should have an opinion about it. Yeah, and at other places, it's more like, okay, I listen to my manager, but I'm not gonna, challenge him, especially not, with people around. Or maybe in a one-to-one, I will, tell what I think about it. And also, that difference is already, of course, makes that you maybe approach a change differently. And that's all, it makes it more difficult or easier for a manager to join one of the meetings, to sit in, because people will quicker feel like, hey, I'm judged now, or what did I wrong that you have to come to my meeting. So these type of things, and I just mentioned too, make a big difference. Or I immediately also have to think about Italy. I've been in Italy as well, different places. And there also, for example, the perception of what younger people should do, and someone who works already there longer, or just the age different. Yeah, if I'm above, and I don't know what the age was, but I'm already 50, so I cannot do this job anymore. Very fit person, but the fact that he was above 50, that made a difference in people, and also the young people said, yeah, no, but he's old. And I just mentioned little things, but something that you would never find somewhere else. And I think, although you have all these culture differences, at the same time, if you probably if you go there and you're relatively new and you start looking at an organization and you start looking, okay, what is the culture here? What are the behaviors? I think you always take a kind of you don't have a one size fits all. You start tailoring it to what's going on, what is the history. So yes, I would say there are cultural differences. And yes, you should really take them into account, but almost as if, hey, you would every organization, you would take into account that it has a history and it has, a workforce that has their own experiences. So yeah, I don't know how you say that. If you of course you also come everywhere. How do you experience the culture differences?
Yeah, for me it's I think in essence people are uniquely the same, right? We come from the same gene pool, and there's this like layer on the outer ring where we kind of differ. But I think in the essence, people are set up for collaboration. With all the so it's again finding that spot. I think in some cultures it really helps to have a clear hierarchy in place, right? To have clear structure. Okay, this is what we do. This is the domain that is decided for you, and this is the domain where you can decide. And making that clear actually helps the group go forward. Where if you make that too clear, for example, in the Dutch culture, I think, like the flat culture, they immediately start challenging whatever you brought to the table, which is not helpful for their, it's sometimes better to leave that alone a bit and kind of gently focus them on where they would be most productive. But I think in essence, it's almost being as being not culturally aware can actually help you.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And of course, having a mindset of respect and interest really helps.
Yeah, and I think indeed that's everywhere the same, that if you connect to the people, that's the starting point of everything, and that's everywhere.